Okay. Now, I don't know if this is a racist comment or anything like that. What we need to be focused on is 2010, and we've got a lot of lily white Democrats and lily white rhinos that need to go and fill out a job application. Now, I don't know if that's a racist comment, but I think I can stand behind that. There were a couple of questions I left Nashville with. As far as anything that divides the movement, there's a little bit of sniping back and forth, and that's going to happen. That's going to happen when you have people that are concerned and they're trying to get something going in their community. Nell's doing a wonderful job. She's got, I keep looking for the wind up in her back. I said, how do they wind that woman up? She's got so much energy. But the different Tea Parties clash with each other a little bit. They're fighting for their ideas, and that's okay. We can clash a little bit as long as at the end of the day we keep our eye on the target, which is getting the country back on the right track. But one thing that did look a little bit divisive to me among even inside the individual Tea Party movements is this issue, and I'm curious what y'all think about this, endorsing candidates. That issue came up several times when I was in Nashville. Should a Tea Party use their name, the NELTP, to endorse a candidate? It seemed to me we had about 1/3 that were vehemently opposed to it up in Washington, D.C., not Washington, Nashville. Felt like Washington, felt like we were ready to run the country. And about 2/3 were for it. They said, why not? Use your brand, slap it on somebody, and get them into office. But the risk, of course, being you might turn some people off. If you get too heavy-handed with that. And I thought, personally, the way to, Solomon split the baby was to hold the candidate debates, to do the profiles of each candidate. And one lady, I'll tell you a little story. She's part of the, I believe it's the Abigail movement. Have y'all heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah, the Abigail movement. She's one of the leaders in that movement. She may have been the one that started it. And she was giving a talk, and she said they had their profile of the 6 different candidates that were in a race, and they were in a side of town where they were a different color than everybody else. So they had their Republican-looking stuff and flags, and nobody wanted to have anything to do with them. Well, they said, we're not making any headway. They took all that stuff off. They took off their t-shirts that might offend somebody that doesn't understand what this means, that just don't understand it. They said, we'll just hand out the profiles. Just regular dress and hand out these profiles. And they started handing the profiles out to people as they walk in. People would take them. And they heard when people were walking in, they were obviously getting ready to vote for a certain candidate. They said, well, I had no idea he believed in that. Well, I didn't know he stood for that. Well, I can't vote for him. That's who they were planning on voting for. So you don't necessarily have to put the brand of the Tea Party movement, because it may turn some people off. I don't know. Some people just, ornery. They don't want to go along and get along. They want to fight everything new. But there's things we can do that will still accomplish the goal. And then the other big issue, so I guess let me get a show of hands on that topic, because I'm curious about that. How many here feel like the Tea Party should endorse a candidate? That's a good thing. That's a smart use of our resources. We've got some clout. We ought to use it. So how many are in favor? I don't see anybody in favor. Okay, I'll raise my hand so you don't have to be scared to be the only one. Okay, we have a question right here.
How are we going to put our support behind the candidate? How's it going to be?
Oh, there's 2 ways to do that. Before the Supreme Court ruled 2 or 3 weeks ago on freedom of speech and giving your money on political, did y'all remember hearing about that? It was about a month ago or 3 weeks ago. And they said it's about, the press, the mainstream media, they're so informative. They help us a lot, don't they? Said it was so corporations can give money to political campaigns. That's what the Supreme Court ruled. Wrong. That's not what the Supreme Court ruled. They said so that corporations could buy commercials, they could buy a billboard, any corporation, any group, not give the money straight to the candidate to use as they see fit. You could do it, but you could support a candidate, but it was not to give it donate it straight to the candidate. But currently, the way to get around that, what most people do is form what's called a PAC, or a political action committee. And then if members, so we could do that in this Tea Party. If there's a subset of this Tea Party that wants to endorse candidates, we could form a political action committee, kind of like a side chapter of the NELTP, and that there would be allowed under the law. And Paul Hurd's our lawyer; he can speak to that more. Our legal minds could. I'm just a dumb old physician. But that's one way around it. But if I understand the Supreme Court ruling, that allows us to. We're like the corporations. We're a group that gets together. We're incorporated. And we can direct our funds anywhere we see fit, as far as if we want to put up a road sign supporting any candidate, we can put up a billboard, we can put up a commercial, we could put t-shirts out with their name on it and give them out at the supermarket. We could do what we want if we choose to. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. And that's what this is all about. This isn't about Nell telling y'all what to do. It's not about me telling y'all what to do. That's why we're really working hard to get that website up. We want to know what y'all want to do. How do we all, as a group, want to handle these different issues that come about? So, on the flip side was that who does not think we should put our brand behind a candidate, NELTP endorse? Who thinks that's okay? All right, one more time. Who thinks we should? Okay. So, Nell, did you pay attention to that? Okay, all right. So